Sister Kate right here, right now, driving in my car. For what? To visit family. And I am now driving home, and I've got a couple hours to go. I can probably be live about half an hour. So I wanted to kind of just check in with y'all and see how y'all are doing on this Sunday. Can you see that box back there? I found a canner, which is really interesting because there are no canners in our area, and it was reasonably priced. It's not huge, but you know, who knows? Wow, this is really off the cuff, but connecting, and I'm back. What is going on? Hey, greetings. I am on the Exodus. No, that's not true. I was just visiting family. Oh, hey, dude, you need to get in your lane. Okay. Shalom, Sister Kate. Many blessings to you and PJF. I tell you what, this has been an awesome and blessed weekend. I have been able to see a mountain lion in a zoo, of course, but when you're there, normally this cat isn't out, and like 2 days ago when we were there, it was out and walking around. It walked right up to the edge of its pen, and we were, no more than 10 feet away from it. It was a female, and she was absolutely gorgeous. She's all by herself, and I kept saying, man, we need to throw a goat or something in there for her to kind of, she's probably bored to tears. Let's throw her a goat or something. Well, Trumpets was Friday. Kind of anxious of you. I would love to load up in the car and go. Envious. Well, I don't do it that often, and Pastor Joe's okay with it, and he takes care of the home site back there with the help from the Millennial Man and Neil Hermitas while I'm gone. How was your weekend? Again, it has been awesome. It has been totally blessed. As I was saying, I got to see a mountain lion. I visited with family. That was so totally cool. And then today, shalom. Who is shaloming me? Safe travels. Glad you got to go. Behind me in the boxes under that canner are ducks. Because my daughter-in-law texted me and said, hey, someone is giving away 25 ducks, about 4 months old, about an hour from where I was staying. And it's my daughter-in-law and son were not where I was, but they were within the area. So for them to drive there was almost the same amount of time for me to drive there. And they want ducks too. They've had ducks, they have some ducks, but through misadventure and whatnot, their ducks, they went from 12 to like 3 or 4. So I did visit with them too, and I was talking to them about their ducks, and they're like, yeah, we'd like to get more. And then she texted me this morning and said, hey, they're free. So we made a plan, and we met at the person's house. And when you go to something like that, I don't know if you subscribe to Free Cycle or Craigslist or anything, but when people give stuff away free or when it's inexpensive, I always wonder, what's going on? Is it a setup? Because the last time I bought ducks was about a year ago on my birthday, and the guy was selling them cheap, but man, he had them overcrowded, and they were filthy and featherless, and it was just awful. It was so smelly. Well, so I'm driving up to this address, and I'm thinking, man, let it be okay, and hopefully it's not like a, kind of situation out in the middle of nowhere. But it was a lovely couple. They had a very nice homestead, and these birds were kept in a fairly large area, and they looked very healthy, and so for free, I have like 12, and my son got the other half of the flock. And not only that, but that's okay. At least one of the hens, probably 3 of the hens in the whole flock actually hatched out the rest of the birds. So it's exactly what I wanted. Birds that will make more birds and free for nothing, and it's amazing. So they're right back there. They were talking to me earlier when I slowed down and stopped and got something to drink. So it's been a super weekend. And Feast of Trumpets. I mean, I love the Father's Feast. I love Feast of Trumpets. Even though it's just, making a joyful noise and blowing a shofar, it's the King is coming too, and I'm all about that. So Chasing Life, I'm very glad to hear that it's always, okay, I won't be able to read all of them, but I can read some. Glad to hear it. Have an awesome weekend, but particularly with the current state of the world, it's even more of a blessing. Yes, and I'm in a vid here. There is a decent amount of vid there. I have my mask. Is my mask hanging? Yeah, see my mask is hanging from my ear. I guess I can take that off. I wore the mask. I hand sanitized the whole time. A lot of what I'm doing, I wasn't really close to people. General public people. I was close to people I wanted to be close to. And I was in relative comfort, not off-grid, plenty of room, got to plug my computer in and, upload a video, look at the news, and I watched a couple of shows on TV that I thought was kind of interesting. One of them was History Channel, excuse me. But one of the videos was about jellyfish. Jellyfish have suddenly started growing more. And of course they were linking it to climate change, which, could possibly happen. I can see where animals in the ocean, if the ocean water gets warmer, at least the surface level, maybe acting differently than they normally were, and they were showing different kinds of jellyfish. They were showing up in huge numbers. Japan actually had a problem, so many of them clogging up some kind of generator or a fish factory or something. Like all these jellyfish wound up getting in the intake of pumps, and it was kind of crazy. So I found that really interesting. Let's see if I can read this. I guess it's just making every blessing feel more precious to me lately, right? I mean, even if this 2020 only ends up being what it has been, and everything gets better. Well, I can hear some of them talking to me now. The Father's feast days are just amazing. They're so much spiritual stuff happens, and so many blessings happen during Sukkot, and it's probably because I'm an elevated mood. Most believers are in an elevated mood. It's a different season of the year. The heat of the summer is over. The leaves start turning. It's harvest time, feast time, end of gardening season, into winter gardening. All of it's like a really happy, fun time. The bugs will be going away soon. We won't be sweating all the time. So yeah. More ducks. Life could not be better. The blessing also with the ducks is in my area, ducks are very scarce. The people who breed and raise them had a tough time near the end of summer because raccoons came in and killed a bunch of their flock, and the females stopped laying. And online to get fertilized duck eggs, a sister who's very up on that stuff said some of them are going for $50 for a dozen of fertilizers. There's a scarcity there. I guess demand has gone up, so supply is down. And as Hebrews living together, trying to, work together towards things, it's our plan to become producers in our area for ducks, duck eggs, ducklings. And so for someone, Yahweh to bless us with a dozen free ducks, come on, gorgeous. I wish I could show them to you. They're Cayuga mixes, and Cayuga is that dark, they're black with like the blue and the green sheen and the feathers. They're a feather on their head. 5 pounds. I don't know if I put that on community. I was going to do a video the day and I got busy. So see, you got being in a little live stream. It's going to be short, about 20 minutes. But yeah, lost pounds. I think so much work at home with just the two of us, planning a meal, cleaning it up, cooking it. So with the pandemic and it being, risky, and when Pastor Joe and I got really, really sick last December, and it came in coughing and sneezing and everything. So I'm sure that's part of my weight loss. But I also, like a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks, 12 pounds is almost 2 sizes as far as things like skirts. So I'm down. Awesome. Trying to lose weight. Maybe another 10 pounds or so, and then right around there, I think I'd feel comfortable. But some of y'all noticed it. Some of y'all were like, "Oh, your face looks different. You look, you look younger or more energetic or whatever." Actually, I think I look like a wreck right now. But you guys saw what I couldn't see in myself, which was, losing weight. And not eating out is really easy. Doesn't require any hard effort on my part, and also the intermittent fasting is really easy relatively. I don't have to work out. Now, if I did work out, I'd probably lose weight faster, but anybody can just not eat breakfast. Anybody can, take an 8-hour period in which to eat, and then spend 16 hours not eating, especially when those 16 or sleeping hours, depending on how you pick it. And you can still drink stuff. You can have water, like black coffee, which lots of people like, or unsweet tea, which is something I am fine with, or the zero calories. And then when you do get to eat,